Hello everyone, welcome back to another informative video. In this video I'm going to show you how I give my young seedlings nutrients. So as you know, the seedlings, they have basically germinated and they have grown quite a bit, and I'm going to show you what they look like, right? What you are looking at now is basically the fertilizer that I'm going to use, and many of you might be familiar with this type of fertilizer, and it is the popular 20-20-20 soluble fertilizer, right? It's a soluble fertilizer. So what I'm going to do, seeing that the seedlings, they are basically in their initial stages of growth and development, I'm going to just use like half teaspoon um, per gallon, which you can see I have a whole set of measuring spoons, and this one is saying half teaspoon, right? So I already have my watering container that I'm going to use to apply the foliar nutrients or fertilizer to my seedlings. And as you can see, I already have water in it, and it is approximately a gallon of water. So I'm going to just take half teaspoon of 20-20-20 and add it to the 1 gallon of water, right? And you basically just stir this around, ensure that it is totally dissolved, right? And I mean, with 20-20-20, it's very soluble. It gives you a very homogeneous mix basically. So right, so we are finished. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the nursery and apply this nutrient solution, and as I said, it is 20-20-20, right, representing NPK. So when we go over there, I'll basically show you what the seedlings look like and so on. See you there. So we are basically at the small nursery, and as you can see, we have the tomatoes here, right? We have cabbage here. So this is tomato, cabbage, and this is basically, let us see what this is. This is hot pepper, Scotch bonnet. See, I wrote it on it. It's Scotch bonnet pepper, right? And then over here now we have these are the chili peppers, right? And these are the sweet peppers, right? And these are callaloo that you're looking at, and I set these a bit later, right? And here underneath this plastic, the celery, they are still there. I'm still not seeing any signs of germination, right? But I'm still watching it, right? So it is moist, right? So it doesn't need any more water. So I'm just watching that for now, right? Right. So I want to point out something else to you. And remember, I did a video on scouting. I'm going to link that in the cards, right? You have to scout, and what is happening here is that these tomato seedlings, they are being infested with leaf miner, and here it is. This is leaf miner, right? They kind of burrow through the leaves and create these lines, right? And this is an insect issue. As you can see on the cotyledon leaves, they're totally destroying the cotyledon leaves. So as you can see here again, So what I'm going to do now is you give these plants a application of insecticide to take care of the leaf miner issue, because I don't want it to spread, because the leaf miner can also affect the cabbage. It can affect all the plants. So as you can see, as I said, this is the first application of nutrients that I'm going to put on these plants, right? So however, if you look on these plants, this one here, these true leaves, these two small ones in the middle, this is basically a good stage to start fertilizing the plants, right? You don't necessarily have to wait until the true leaves get as big as these, right? And as big as these tomatoes. So yes, I could have started fertilizing them a bit earlier. However, it is not too late, right? As you can see, they are not showing any symptoms of nutrient deficiency, any yellowing or anything like that, right? So I'm going to just and one more thing that I need you to look at too is that the trays or the growing mix, it is very what I would say dry, right? And when it's dry, it has a very lighter brown color, right? When it's wet, it has a darker look. So careful not to make your seedlings growing mix dry out, right? Fortunately for these, even though the top is dry, it still has some amount of moisture in the bottom. As you can see, when I dig, the color changes, right? So and then the fact that I'm under the basically the shade cloth, the water stays in the growing mix a little bit longer, right? So what I'm going to do now is, remember I have this solution here with nutrients. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just give them a nice wet, right? And after that, I'm going to just basically come back with an insecticide solution and spray, give these plants a spray, right? Get rid of the leaf miner. And as I said, this is what scouting does. If you come and you just water and you don't look, then you're not going to really observe any abnormalities within your garden, right? Or with your plants. So you have to really scout to really pick up on these things. Right, so I'm watering these, and remember this is a solution, nutrient solution that I'm feeding. And as you can see, the color of the growing mix change from light brown to a more like a dark brownish black color, right? As you can see. So guys, this is what it looks like now, right? I'm going to tell you how far ahead they are. I don't remember how long I have them here, but I'm going to put it on the screen, right? But as you can see, they are looking well, right? They are looking well. The cabbage looking well. Of course, the germination is not really, the germination for the tomato is okay. For the cabbage, as you can see, it's a bit scanty, maybe about 75% germination. For the hot pepper, the scotch bonnet, some of them germinated and then they died, right? So I have maybe about 50% germination with these hot pepper. For the chili pepper, I have roughly about 86% germination, right? And for the sweet pepper, I have roughly about maybe 50% germination, right? So as I said before, when you plant, don't expect all of them to germinate, right? So I hope this video was beneficial to you, and if you have any questions or any comments, please put them in the comments area, and I'll see you again in another video. Bye bye.